How's it going, everybody? My name is Jim and welcome to FSD Driver. Happy Friday. We have an amazing video for you today. This is my very first drive on FSD 12.6.3. This is a Hardware 3 2022 Model Y. We have the right of way. We hit our stop sign. There are no cars anywhere left or right of us. The car is just sitting here not knowing what to do. It needs to take a left-hand turn, but it's just sitting here cooking. I don't know what's actually happening to the vehicle right now. I'm just letting it sit here. I have plenty of time today to shoot this video, and then eventually cross traffic starts to come again. So that is our first probably intervention. Like, why isn't it going when it has the ability to go? Now this is going to clear out and we're going to have to take our left-hand turn. Now I just wanted to mention to you guys, I really shot this video raw. I was going to not do commentary or voiceover. I was going to record all of my reaction in real time. And then when I got home, guess what? None of the audio files saved. All the footage had a blank static channel. So I don't know what happened. And now I'm back at home with a microphone in my hands doing a voiceover. So we are coming up here on a roundabout. We just need to take it halfway around. And you'll notice something really strange here. The car will actually put its blinker on, and it's actually in the wrong direction from where we're going. So I'm not really sure why that happened. And it stayed on for a little bit, but again, the quirks and features. Now, I had to go into my menu to check out something really quick. And when I swipe away from this menu, you'll notice something that is very awkward and strange. And I've actually never had this happen before. But I basically get my menu to glitch out. And now I get this black box in the center of my screen. Eventually, full self-driving comes back, so it's gone right now, and then the visualization clicks back in. I'm hoping this is not a bug. I've been on 12.5.4.2 for so long that I'm hoping I not get stuck on this version forever and that this is not a bug with this version, because if it is, that is going to drive me absolutely nuts. They need to fix that. Now, I've even heard people say in version 13 that they've actually seen this. You'll also notice at the bottom of my screen, it now says full self-driving is degraded due to weather conditions. Like, look around, guys. We got a blue sky. We have some haze from a previous cloud that is miles from us. Why is full self-driving degraded? Roads are clear. Everything is perfect, minus the temperature. It's a little cold here in Minnesota, 15 degrees. We're coming up on our first traffic light here. It's a red light. And our car's actually going to brake pretty hard here. Not really sure why. So again, that's new. I've witnessed it in other versions. It was better in the last version. But we get the green light. Car goes through it. Fantastic. Now, everything seems to be going well so far. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit a stop sign up here. And we're not going to physically hit it, but we're going to stop at it. And then from there on out, it kind of goes to crap, which is very weird. And it was definitely an experience. So I let the car cook. I didn't touch anything until I got into the parking lot where I needed to. There was really no cars behind me. There was one point where a police officer's behind me, and so I take over because I was like, I'm not getting a ticket today. We'll go into that in just a little bit. But again, full self-driving being degraded. I'm so sick of seeing that warning pop up on clear days. I've had it on clear sunny days too, where there's no overcast. But it's getting annoying. So the car here is now turning its blinker on, getting into the left lane, and then it's going to start weaving itself back over to the right lane and then stopping, and it's not using a blinker. I have no idea what is happening. These are things I saw on like 3 versions ago, and now they seem to be back into the vehicle. So I don't know what model they're training on. Also, the mapping data, it doesn't make any sense here. So my car wants to continuously take this route, but this route was a route that it tried to take a long time ago, and ever since it fixed itself. So I'm not sure why. This is a much slower way to get to the place I'm going, but this basically is where all the problems start to happen. So notice my speed limit. Notice how the car moves here. This is a 30-mile-an-hour road here, but look at my car. My car is going 22, 21, 17. It's slowing itself down. It's also coming up on not a four-way intersection. We have the right-of-way. We don't have a stop sign. Car is stopping. It's looking. It's pulling forward. And now it's stopping in the middle of the intersection. And it's just sitting there. And then eventually it starts to go forward. It also starts to weave around stuff. There's no potholes on this road. These are all brand new roads. These were all resurfaced. It took about 2 years to do this whole area. Car turns on its blinker. Guess what? Not supposed to go that way. Even the mapping data doesn't show that there's a turn there, but it tried to make like a turn and then it psyched itself out. Again, we're going 15 miles an hour in a 30. There's no reason to be going this slow. Now we're going 11 miles an hour or 14 miles an hour. And honestly, I just have no idea what's going on. No one's behind me yet. Car is also going to try to weave out here just a little bit. Again, it's the weirdest drive. I've never witnessed anything like this except on really early versions of like 11. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, this feels like it's 11 again. Like this has gotten worse. Now, I do want to say there is a guy who posted, I think his name is like Iowa Tesla or Tesla Iowa. He is a gentleman. He said that basically what you needed to do was recalibrate the cameras. And it kind of got me to thinking, like, wouldn't it actually just be smart for Tesla every time your car gets a software version update just to auto recalibrate the cameras? Like, force the user to say, hey, we have this software version. We are going to recalibrate your cameras. It may take up to 50 to 100 miles for them to be calibrated correctly. Now, I've never been in a car where I didn't have to go more than 5 to 10 miles and they were working fine. I've never had to go like beyond 20 miles to get them to work. Again, car is going slow in this road as well. I don't know why it's being so cautious here. It really doesn't make any sense. Now, when we start to get out towards this traffic light, there's actually going to be an officer who is behind me. He must have pulled out of one of these roads. And my car is going to go straight, but we're going to be in a right-hand turn lane. And I'm like, I refuse to get a ticket. I'm not having full self-driving. Give me a ticket. I have never had that before. I don't plan on starting. My car wants to go forward. That's what the mapping data says. It moves over into the right-hand lane. It doesn't put its blinker on. We're on Valley Creek Road in Woodbury. There's cops everywhere. I put the blinker on. There's an officer behind me. I break it out of FSD. I accelerate, and then I put it back into FSD when I get into the correct lane I need to be in. So that is the reason for that intervention. I refuse to get a ticket on this version of FSD because the car doesn't know to go straight or to take a turn in the turn lane. So we are coming up on another stoplight here. We need to take a left-hand turn. We have to wait our turn. And the car actually does a really good job of this. Actually, the car in front of me, if you watch it, he actually crosses over a lane, and he's not supposed to do that. Like, you're supposed to stay in your lane and then signal over. That is proper driving. But you'll notice my car does stay in its lane the way it's supposed to. Again, there's another officer in blue that just passed us. So they are out in full force right now in February 7th. So here we go. We are taking our turn. Now, he just crosses over, so you're not supposed to do that. That's technically illegal. And then we are in our lane here. So perfect intersection. We're also coming up on another intersection here. We need to take a left. We have a green light, but we have a yellow blinking flash. Nobody's here, so the car handles this perfectly, goes right through that light right away, needs to move over, puts its blinker on immediately, does a fantastic job of this, scoots itself over, actually keeps its blinker on because we have a short distance to go into this parking lot. And then this is something that I noticed that is completely new too. This is an old facility where they used to do like workouts. It was a gym, and there are these yellow lines in front of us, and the car is actually going to slow down almost to a stop, but a nice creep, because that is the right of way to pedestrians. It's not a parking lane, but you're supposed to slow down, and the car actually does that. Now, I didn't know if the car could handle this little turn here, but it does it fantastic. It turns on its blinker, does this little dip, it sees those people, and then it does something very interesting right here. It's going to actually pull into what I thought was a parking spot, but it just stops. So this kind of gets me wondering, did it actually see that as a parking spot? Or was it trying to just pull around? Or was it trying to just hit the GPS point? I will never know, but I end up having to back the car out. It would have been so cool if the car went in reverse and tried to park itself, but it didn't. But that's the end of this video. We're picking up some balloons for my son's birthday party. I hope you guys all have a good one. See you next time.